What if the enemy you've been fighting your whole life was actually the victim, and your own memories were a lie? Welcome to Script Blueprint. Today we're diving into the story of Captain Marvel. The year is 1995, on a planet called Hala. The people living here are the Kree. A girl named Ver is shown badly injured. She sees an old woman. Before she can understand anything, a man steps out of the smoke and fires a gun. She does not see his face. The next moment, Ver opens her eyes. It was a dream. This same dream haunts her again and again. She suffers from insomnia and hardly sleeps. She has also forgotten most of the old memories of her life. Ver trains under Yanrog, the commander of Hala's army, the Starforce. He teaches her combat. Later, Yanrog takes her to meet the planet's supreme intelligence, the being that rules Hala. He tells her the supreme intelligence has no fixed face. It takes the form of the person you constantly think about. When Ver meets the supreme intelligence, it appears as the same old woman from her dreams. The supreme intelligence tells Ver that their people and their planet are in danger. The Skrulls are shape-shifting aliens who conquer planets one by one. They keep invading Hala to destroy their race. The Kree must eliminate the Skrulls before that happens. Yanrog and Ver then set off on a mission to a planet where Skrulls are hiding. Yanrog explains that one of their spies has been among the Skrulls for 3 years, and they must rescue him at any cost. They arrive on the planet. Ver finds the spy and asks him the code. He gives the correct one. But suddenly it is revealed that the Skrulls have ambushed them. The man she thought was their spy is actually Talos, the Skrull leader, in disguise. Talos knocks Ver unconscious and takes her to his ship. There, he taps into her forgotten memories to extract information. Through these memories, Ver sees Earth. She was a pilot. There was another woman with her, Dr. Wendy Lawson. This is the same old woman who keeps appearing in her dreams. Talos desperately wants to know about Dr. Lawson. He orders his people to trace where those memories lead. Ver regains consciousness, breaks free, and attacks Talos. She demands to know what he put inside her mind. Talos replies, "I didn't put anything there. Everything is already in your head. I just want the location of the lightspeed engine that Dr. Lawson created. You know nothing about your past. You are trapped in the Kree's web." A fight breaks out, the Skrull ship is damaged, and Ver pod crashes onto Earth. Ver tells his people that she is now on Earth and that he will reach there early. He warns them it will take him 22 hours to arrive. They must wait. Meanwhile, on Earth, a young agent Nick Fury and his new partner Phil Coulson investigate the crash. Fury questions Ver. She explains she is Kree and wants to stop the Skrulls. Just then a Skrull appears. Ver chases him onto a train, where he shapeshifts, but she recognizes him. In the intense fight, a memory device containing Ver lost recollections falls near the Skrull. He manages to escape. Fury follows the train in his car with who he thinks is Coulson. Then he gets a real call from Coulson and realizes the man beside him is a Skrull. Fury deliberately crashes the car, killing the Skrull but also injuring his eye. He takes the Skrull's body to a lab. His boss arrives and tells him this is a secret intelligence mission. No one must know. Ver plugs the memory device she recovered into a device, and a name appears. Poncho's bar. She goes there and experiences faint, hazy flashes. She has been here before. Fury finds her there. Together they spot an old photo of an airbase. They head to that airbase, where Fury uses his S.H.I.E.L.D. credentials. They are led into a massive archive of intelligence files. There, they discover a file on Dr. Wendy Lawson. Her notes on the lightspeed engine are written in Kree, which Ver can read. She understands that Dr. Lawson was actually a Kree, not a human. The file reveals that 6 years ago, in 1989, a test flight for the lightspeed engine went wrong and crashed. The pilot who flew with Dr. Lawson was the same woman Ver keeps seeing in her dreams. Fury informs his boss that he is at the airbase with Ver. His boss soon arrives, but during the conversation Fury realizes this boss is actually a Skrull in disguise. The Skrull tries to grab Ver, but Fury helps her escape. Before the Skrull can kill Fury, Ver attacks and flies away with him in a plane. They head to the house of Maria Rambeau. The file said Maria was the last person to see Dr. Lawson alive. At Maria's home, Maria reveals that Ver is her best friend and that her real name is Carol Danvers. Maria tells her they were pilots together. 6 years ago, you and Dr. Lawson were in the plane that crashed. Everyone thought Ver died. But she cannot remember any of this, not even Maria. Talos then arrives, but this time he does not want to fight. He says, I captured you before because I didn't know you. Now I just want to talk. He plays a recording from the night of the crash. In it, Dr. Lawson tells Ver they must go to her lab. As Ver listens, her memories fully return. They were heading at the Lightspeed engine to lab when someone attacked them. Their plane went down. Dr. Lawson was badly wounded. She confessed she was not from Earth but from Hala, and her real name was Marvel. She wanted to end the war forever. The engine's power core, she said, must never fall into the wrong hands. Before she could destroy it, a man shot her dead. In that moment, Ver sees the shooter's face. It is Jan Rog, the commander she thought was her friend. He demands the energy source. Ver knows it cannot be allowed to exist, so she shoots the engine core itself. All its energy absorbs into her body. Jan Rog does not kill her because he needs that power. Back in the present, Talos explains the truth. The Kree are not the victims. The Skrulls' homeworld was destroyed by the Kree when they refused to kneel. Marvel discovered a lightspeed energy source that could change everything. She was developing it to help the Skrulls escape the Kree forever. Ver shut down the engine, but Talos says the energy source is still in Marvel's hidden lab in space. A lab that constantly changes its position based on constellations. Talos scientist modifies their ship, and they leave Earth's orbit, reaching the lab. Inside, they find the Tesseract, the object containing that limitless energy. It was discovered by Howard Stark, Tony Stark's father, one of S.H.I.E.L.D's founders, and used in a secret project called Pegasus where Dr. Lawson worked. Talos makes a coded signal, and his wife and other Skrulls, who have been hiding in that spaceship lab for 6 years, emerge. Marvel had ordered them to stay silent, or the Kree would find them. But now Jan Rog and his army arrive, capture Ver, and hook her into the Supreme Intelligence. It appears as Marvel, and a device is placed on Ver's neck to limit her powers. Ver realizes what is happening, tears the device away, and all her power unlocks. She becomes Captain Marvel. She easily drives the Kree away and takes the Tesseract to Nick Fury. A cat named Goose, who actually is an alien, swallows the Tesseract. Ver, Maria, Fury, and the Skrulls escape the exploding lab. Jan Rog follows in a small craft. Captain Marvel grabs his ship, but he fires, causing her to fall. In that freefall, she calms her mind and finally embraces her power. She can fly. She crashes Jan Rog's ship. Outside Earth's orbit, a Kree named Ronan sees his forces defeated. He launches massive missiles at Earth, but Captain Marvel destroys them all in one go. Ronan says, "We will come back for revenge." Later, Captain Marvel finds Jan Rog in his downed craft and sends a message. "Tell the Supreme Intelligence I am coming." On Earth, Fury is with Goose the cat. Goose scratches his left eye, leaving the permanent injury. Captain Marvel then upgrades his pager so he can contact her across the galaxy, but only for extreme emergencies. She leaves Earth with the Skrulls to help them find a new home. Nick Fury covers his injured eye and tells Coulson that the world needs more heroes like her. He begins drawing up the idea for a team, the Avengers. In the end credits scene, Goose the cat spits the Tesseract out onto Fury's desk. The movie was released in 2019 with a 6.8 IMDb rating, a budget of $152 to $175 million, and it earned $1.128 billion at the box office. The story of Captain America, the first Avenger, covers 1941 to 45, while Captain Marvel takes place in 1995. That's the story of Captain Marvel by ScriptBlueprint. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and stay tuned for more. We will bring all Marvel stories to you.